Okay, so a few days ago, my Instagram DMs, my YouTube channel comments exploded with Benn TK's video request. And it is because Benn TK has released a new video, which is a cruise travel video, a travel vlogged kind of a video. And trust me, it is pretty amazing. I guess I will have some time to break down all of them. But in this video, I'm going to show this particular effect, this particular intro effect where it just zooms in into a particular person and gives this kind of comic book kind of an effect. And trust me, it is pretty awesome and it is pretty easy to make. But you need Photoshop to make this particular effect. Trust me, in Photoshop, you have a lot of freedom to play with the effects and all this other stuff. Also, the masking in Photoshop is way better than Premiere Pro or in After Effects or Final Cut Pro. So we are going to do this particular comic book effect in Photoshop and then export the rest of the stuff in Final Cut Pro and in Premiere Pro, and then I will explain the rest of the stuff. And it is pretty simple to use. And to all of those who are going to comment down below to make the wall transition which Benn TK showed in his latest video, trust me, I'm going to definitely make that tutorial. I'll just need a little more time because I do not have anyone else or any friend of mine to shoot that particular effect with me, because I need someone as a model to shoot, or I need at least someone with whom I can make a video, because I cannot do this particular effect alone. Like, I cannot just be in front of the camera and the camera cannot move around with itself. So for that particular reason, I couldn't make the tutorial on that wall transition today, but I'm going to definitely make that one in the next week. So stay tuned for that. And in this video, it is pretty simple. I'm going to show this particular comic book intro kind of effect. So with that being said, what's up guys, Pixel Sammy here. Welcome to my newest video. I hope you guys are having a great day. With that being said, and if you use these effects in your videos, then please tag me in your videos on Instagram. The link is there in the bio. It is pixel_sammy. So you guys can check it out and you can tag me in your videos which you click and edit on your own from my tutorials. And yes, of course, I have just started a new Tumblr page. It's a Tumblr vlog kind of a page where I just post vlog posts like some photography and videography and stuff. So it is totally new. So if you guys are interested in vlogs or editing vlogs, then the link to my Tumblr account is in the bio. So you guys can just follow me there. It is just a new one. So I'll need some followers and engagement from you guys. So if you guys are interested, then do check it out. The link is in the bio. And let's get started. Okay, so to make this particular effect, first what you need to do is you need to export one frame from your video. Like, there is one frame in your video from where you need to make this particular effect, right? So you need to make the effect by exporting that frame from the video. Now you can export the frame in both Final Cut Pro and for Premiere Pro, but if I try to just include this in this particular tutorial, then it will be a pretty long tutorial. It is already a pretty long tutorial. So in order to just export a frame from Final Cut Pro or Premiere Pro, just export one frame from Final Cut Pro or Premiere Pro, the frame which you have chosen to make this particular effect on. Like, you have seen that this particular effect, the frame which Benn TK used, is completely frozen. So the frame needs to be frozen and exported and then edited on Photoshop. So to export the frames, you need to follow the steps. The link is in the bio to two separate tutorials for exporting frames on either Final Cut Pro and for Premiere Pro. So if you are using either of the one, then you can just follow the tutorials in the link down below to how to export one frame. It is just how to export one frame, or you can simply just screenshot that particular portion in your editing software and that will be just the same thing, but you can export it as a separate frame also. And if you already know that, it is good to go. Or if you don't know that, then follow my tutorial, and after my tutorial you can just watch the tutorials on how to export a frame. It is pretty simple, just 1 or 2 minute tutorial, and that is pretty much it. So just export the frame and then follow my steps in Photoshop, and then after that you can import that file in Premiere Pro or in Final Cut Pro and then edit the rest of the effect, and that is pretty much it. But the exporting of one frame or the screenshot of one frame should be done, and that should be done by you. And after watching this tutorial, and you can watch tutorials on how to export the frames, and that's pretty much it. Okay, so here we are in Photoshop, and this is the exported frame which I have taken. So first what we are going to do is we're going to go to filter, then filter gallery, and then this will open, and then choose poster edges, which is this one, and then you will see this kind of filter is already applied there. Then what you need to do is you need to choose the settings, whatever you want to choose. Like, this will give you a real comic book kind of a effect in Photoshop. So it is up to you what kind of effect you want to choose. So I'm going to keep the edge intensity at around 0 and the edge thickness at the maximum, and I guess this is good enough for me, but it can be different for you also. So this is done. So now what we are going to do is you are going to go to the left hand panel and then go to the fourth panel, and then click on quick selection tool. And then what we're going to do is you're going to select the person out. Like we're going to select each and every point of the person like this. We're going to select the person just like this. And as we apply the filter, the selection becomes a little more easier also with the filter, because it makes a little bit of black edges around the character. Now right click on this selection and then layer via cut, click on that, and then it will make a new layer with only the selection. So now what you're going to do is hide the upper layer and then go to file, click on export as. So for this one I want to just export this particular footage, this particular frame. So I'm going to just go to export all, just choose whatever number name which you feel like. So that is exported. Now we are going to unhide the upper layer and hide the lower layer, and this time what we are going to do is we are going to just simply export it as PNG so that we can get the transparent background, and this is needed. Export it as PNG so that you get the transparent background. So now you have two images, one the main comic book effect and another with only the character with the transparent background. Now I want to show for Premiere Pro. So in Premiere Pro, this is the particular footage which I have taken, and this is the exported footage, and this is the transparent layer, and this is the InSplatter effect which I have downloaded. The download link is there in the bio. So this is that particular frame from where I have exported the image and edited in Photoshop. So I'm going to use the blade tool, drag this particular layer above, just drag the exported frame from Photoshop right between these two clips right around here, and then drag the transparent layer from Photoshop above the main exported clip from Photoshop. And then this is the InSplatter effect. I'm going to keep it as it is for now. So this is the exported frame with the transparent layer above, right like this. So I'm going to just keep two layers gap in between them. I'll tell the reason later. So now go to the first frame for the transparent layer, set a keyframe to the scale and set it to 100. Go to the ending of the clip and then change the keyframe of scale into 115%, and then you will get this particular zoom out effect for the character. I'm going to remove all the portions, all the extra portions, and increase the length of this particular effect so that you guys can understand a little bit better. So as you can see, this is the effect. Now I want to drag the InSplatter effect between these particular clips, and I'm going to remove all the extra portions. And then as you can see, it is black in color. I'm going to just reposition it on the right hand side so that I can say that the InSplatter is on the right hand side. And then go to opacity, go to blending mode and change the blending mode to screen or lighten. It can be either of the two, and it is up to you which one you choose. And then you can duplicate this particular layer one above the other to increase the opacity for this particular InSplatter. It can work in your footage, it may not work in your footage, it depends on the footages actually. So right now I'm going to just increase the duration of this particular effect. So this is how we do it. I'm going to increase it just a little bit more because I guess it is a little bit too less. I'm going to remove the portions of the InSplatter from the front so that the not needed portions are deleted. So this is the InSplatter effect. One portion is done. Now drag the main transparent layer one frame above and then type in a text here. Let's say hello. And then I'm going to select this particular text, increase the size, change the font to whatever I feel like. I'm going to just take a sample font and then drag this particular graphic layer which contains the letter hello right between these two frames, like between transparent frame and between the main InSplatter should contain this particular title effect. And then reposition it from the FS control panel and add some rotation to it, like around this. And then go to that particular position where the entire InSplatter is present, is visible in the screen, and set a keyframe to the scale and go to the first frame. The keyframe is already set, so set the scale to around 550% or whatever you feel like, and then just let it render. And as you can see, this is an epic comic book effect with a zoom out and zoom in title effect. So this is it. You can add some textures to the title effect if you want to, but it is totally up to you what you do with it. But this is how you do it, and this is one title effect. You can add one more ink splatter effect on the left hand side, just like Benn TK. So this is how we do it. And I have kept the intensity of the comic book effect from Photoshop a little bit less because I feel Benn TK used a little bit too much. But it is up to you how you edit your footage. This is the main way by which you can edit this footage, and that is pretty much it. So this is the final result.